So we're at Crook Cemetery, where Brigadier General John Coffey is buried, and his family and his heirs. And if you remember, when we were talking about the battlefields during the Creek War and the battles, he was one of the main leaders under Andrew Jackson. He was one of his right-hand men. So we're going to come out here to his, we're out here at the cemetery where he's buried. And we're going to see if we can't talk and see if we can get some of his story, if he's here, about the battles and things that were going on during the Creek War.
And see if, we'll see if there's anyone here from that time periods.
Right. That might want to talk.
Because, you know, everything I'm looking at here, there's a lot of stones here. Mm-hmm. Oh, wow, 1896 to 1985. You go, Howells. Mamie Louise Howe, you go, girl. 100 years old.
Look at this. It's a beautiful little cemetery. I like it. Small.
1931 to 2010.
There's going to be should be a lot of older ones here. There's a Reverend Aubrey. This one's Lieutenant James Gregory Story, 1957 to August 2012. I'm guessing he probably was, if he was a lieutenant, then he was probably in the Gulf.
Yes.
Hamilton. Halfley. Oh, it's pretty out here.
Yeah, he was probably in the first Gulf War.
Right.
Because that's when he would have probably been in the military.
And now I see some of those things on the tombstones where you have a little code you can scan. And if they have it, we'll do it. Where it shows pictures and videos of the people. And here is this. This is the marker.
Right, and you know, I think
the cemetery. It says James Crook established the cemetery in 1837 on land he purchased from Creek Indians. In 1834, he and his family moved to this area from South Carolina. So this would be after the Creek War, okay? Because this is after that. In 1837, his grandson and himself were the first ones buried here. Although it was established as a family burying ground, it was open for the community burials later in the 1900s. So let's walk through here. And they said this is where General Coffey's buried. And he's probably going to be back here in the older ones. Well, that's what Find a Grave told me, that they were buried here. If you start seeing any Coffeys, then you'll know that it was right.
Right, well, I mean, I guess the key marker is going to be, let's see.
It's probably going to be one of these older ones.
John Coffey's going to have his date started in the 1700s. I can't remember what year he was born, but the War of 1812, he had to be at least 20 years old.
Yeah, I have his obit here on my phone if I need to pull it.
Okay.
But his son was named John Coffey. He was named John Coffey. Okay, we're getting to some of these older ones here. There's a beautiful. And we'll start looking at some of these. And here's the Crook family.
Here we go. This will be 1718 looking things.
Mm-hmm. If he's not buried here, we'll still do a necrophonic and talk to the people about being here. But based on my research, he was supposed to be here. Look at that old monolith. There's a lot of the Crook family here.
Let's check out these broken stones.
Yes.
This is James Crook. So this is the husband and wife that started this place.
Oh, this is... Okay. Wow. Some very old ones.
You know, we ought to start carrying some tools with us to kind of neaten some of this up for folks.
Right. These are infant burial grounds. Unknown. Well, guys, he might not be out here. The dates of the establishment of the cemetery doesn't line up with the dates that
Right, that's what
he
I was.
would be here. But he did die after those dates. So he could be buried here, and I'm just missing it.
I can tell you there's people here that definitely remember the war.
Yes.
I'm looking at some of the dates, and a lot of the dates here do line up with folks that should remember the war.
Okay. All right, then let's go back here, and we're going to do a necrophonic and see if we can't talk to some guys that remember the war, the Creek War, because they were alive. There was a lot here that were alive during the Creek War, and we're not going to waste an opportunity to not talk to them when we can. So, and that's the original one, right?
Yes.
Okay, let me get his name. James Crook
And Amelia.
and Amelia. She was 100 almost.
That's what I'm saying. I want. What water are they drinking out here?
James and Amelia. Probably that stream we just filmed.
You start filling the water jug from here. There's a lot of people in this cemetery that are 100 years old.
Okay, see, this one was wife, born in 1845, died in 1884. And these are part of the Cook family. You see going down?
So obviously, the Crook family was a very well-to-do family.
Right.
And it looks like families like the Millers and the Mitchells married into it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm going to stop this from my side. I got the GoPro going, and I'm going to start a necrophonic. 1 second. Do you want me to try that or a spirit talker or what? You get a screen record going.
Whatever you would like.
Okay. I'll try the spirit talker, see if we can pull anything out of it.
All right.
Don't know if we can, but we'll try. Okay, you see it's running. I don't know if I'm going to get anything on that. I'm going to give it a second. If I don't get any words,
Okay.
it's on, it's running. See the red thing scanning, but I don't think I have a signal here. And I think that's the problem. You see? I'm going to try a different one. I'm going to go ahead and go with the necrophonic. Look in the screen to make sure I'm in view.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Hi, my name is Jennifer,
My name is Jay.
and we're sitting here at Crook Cemetery. We come in peace, guys, and we only want to talk to someone that was living around here during the Creek War,
Or the War of 1812.
the War of 1812. Is there anybody here that want to talk that was around during the War of 1812? Did you say I am? Can you tell me your name? Are you a member of the Crook family? What is your name? Okay. Were you alive during the War of 1812? Yes. Okay. Did you fight in the war? Okay, I hear no's and yeses. Do you remember the battles? Yes. Okay, so I hear a woman and a man saying they were in it and they remember the battles. Do you remember the battle of Fort Ohatchee? Do you remember the Red Sticks there?
I heard Red Stick.
Yes. So do you remember the Red Sticks? Died out?
What is it? All of a sudden, it's like nobody's coming up this
Did
road.
they die out? Were you around? Did you live around this area when they attacked the Red Sticks at that battle? Yeah. Were you a member of Coffey's regiment? Do you remember General Coffey? Do you remember fighting with him? Or were you with another regiment? Who did you fight with? Jackson. Were you a member of his regiment? Jackson. They fought with Jackson.
All right.
All right. So, if you were around during that time, do you remember the attack on Fort Mims too? Massacre? Were any of your families associated with these battles? So the Crook family fought? Can you tell me what your experience was with the Red Sticks?
What?
What did you think about them? Were you on the side of the Red Sticks or on the side of Tecumseh and the Creek National Council? Did any of you die at the hands of the Native Americans? You fought. Did you die in the battle? How old were you when you were in the battle? I know during that time that this was thick and it was unsettled and there was a lot of woods and it was dangerous. The creek. What about them? Did you fight them hand to hand? Oh. I heard shoot them in the back. Was it a horrible battle? What did you think about Jackson adopting the Native American child? Fool. Traitor. So you didn't like it that he adopted a Native American child? So was it a big secret then, or was it just a big shame that people didn't like it that he did that? So I gotta ask you then, what side were you on? Were you on the side of the Red Sticks? Okay. Were there some settlers here that were on the side of the original Red Sticks, the ones that wanted to keep it as it was? No. Okay. You just didn't like it that Jackson adopted a Native American child. Okay. Okay. Did you fight all the way through the Creek War? Yes. What battle did you pass away? Did you pass away from battle? Now I know the Crook family were here during that time, or right after that time. When they first moved here and they were settling this area and putting this graveyard in, were there still red sticks around, giving them problems? Were there still Native Americans in this area even after the Creek War? I know there were some that were cooperating with you.
Right, the Cherokee were part of the group.
There was a faction that was cooperating with you and trading with you and living amongst you, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, did you have problems with any Native Americans when you were settling this area? Okay. Did any of you intermarry in with the Red Sticks? No. Okay. I'm just asking. I'm just curious. Please don't take offense to that question. How did you pass away? What battle? A bullet. What battle? Were you in battle when you passed away? Who was your president at the time? What year is it? What year do you think it is? Well, guys, any soldiers that were here, I want to thank you for your service. It's the day after Christmas, and I want to say Merry Christmas to you. And we're going to go down the road. I just wanted to talk to you for a minute and see if anybody was there. I want you to stay here in peace. It's a beautiful resting place. And it looks like you had a large family here. Thank you for talking to me. And please stay here in peace, okay? I don't know what that was at the end, but it recorded it.
Okay.
Okay. Let me get back to my video.
You know, this is a very small cemetery, but as far as a family cemetery goes, it's very nice. And yeah. I guess it did say they let some other folks in at a later point. It doesn't look like there's many spots left, but there are a few.
I'm just taking some pictures. No, this looks pretty full out here. It's pretty out here. It's not quiet though. We've been to quieter ones.
Yeah.
But I can imagine this being a battlefield. I can see that in my head. And it being thick out here. I had to double check my facts about where who's buried. I was sure it was this cemetery.
That's right. The Civil War hadn't even been done yet.